Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano777. We're back inside of Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, January 10th, 2017. We're going to be covering all the endgame content that you can do currently in Destiny this week. So hopefully you enjoy the breakdown. Let's get to it. First of all, we are here on Earth in the Cosmodrome. We're going to be covering the Nightfall. It is Confront the Devil Splicers, and of course the Wretched Eye Strike, where you're going to be facing the final boss with the Ogre and the giant Ogre eye laser. Spoilers if you've never seen it before, but now you know. The modifiers this week are Epic Brawler, where Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Fresh Troops, where some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. Match Game, where enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. And Exposure, where Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. That's everything you need to know about the Nightfall this week. I am going to do a solo Nightfall video, so I'll have that up shortly, so come check that out. And let's take a look at everything else that you can do this week in Destiny. Alright, as we talked about, the weekly Nightfall Strike will of course give you a skeleton key. Also, if you complete the Sunrise bounty, which is complete the Nightfall in under 30 minutes, you'll also have the chance to get the Icebreaker or a legendary weapon of some sort. So make sure you pick that up from Lord Zavala in the tower. Let's see what else you can do this week. First of all, we have, for the SIVA Crisis Heroic playlist, we have Heroic, Void Burn, Small Arms, and Fresh Troops. That will get you a Treasure of the Dawning package. You'll also get you some legendary marks. So definitely good for your Warlocks with maybe Scatter Grenades and Nothing Manacles. Very nice this week. You can easily farm that. The daily Heroic story is Scour the Cosmodrome for Skolas and the Invading Wolves. That'll net you 15 legendary marks. The competitive multiplayer for today is Clash. That will net you 15 legendary marks. This week for our competitive multiplayer, one version of the competitive multiplayer is Zone Control, which will basically be where you capture zones and hold the zones to win. It's like Control, but kills don't net you points, holding the zones do. What else do we have? We have Rumble Supremacy, and that will be battle on your own, defeat your opponents, and take their crests. So those are the two types of competitive multiplayers that we have for the weekly Crucible this week. For the raid this week, we have the Wrath of the Machine, of course, on Earth, and the VOSIK Challenge Mode. The VOSIK Challenge Mode essentially means that you need to take the 2 balls that drop at the end of the damage phase when you're facing the second part of VOSIK, and you need to use those 2 balls to close the 2 sets of doors on the right and the left side. You have to use those balls to close the doors. So you have to kill him essentially in 3 rounds, otherwise you won't get the perfected ornament and things like that. If you have any questions, check out my Twitch live streams. I help people out with the raids all the time. We'll be doing a ton of raids this week. I'll be able to get a little bit more time to play than I did last week. So on the VOSIK challenge, you will be able to get gloves, chest piece, and boots, as well as special and heavy weapons from that, and up to 400 light level gear from those chests. So that is everything you need to know about the raid this week. In addition, going over the Challenge of the Elders this week, we have the following modifiers. We have Chaff, Grenade Kill Bonus, and Specialist. Round 1 is going to feature Psylocke the Defiled with the add-ons of Hive. Round 2 is Norusk, Servant of Oryx with the add-ons of Cabal. And round 3, the Pilot Servitor with the add-ons of Fallen. So the first 2 rounds are going to feature a lot of Taken if you need to take care of those. That is everything you need to know about that this week. Let's go over, first of all, to the Iron Temple and see what we have there for an artifact. Alright, we are here with Tyra Karn here in the Iron Temple. Let's see what she has in store for us. First artifact we have is Memory of Fellwinter with a discipline roll of 199 and strength roll of 129. That allows you to lose your super but gain 1 extra grenade melee charge and small boosts to all stats. Orbs grant melee and grenade charge. Some people may look at this and say, oh my gosh, it's like a tier 14 build, but the thing is that you lose your super, so no matter what, the highest you can actually get is a tier 10 build if you have all on discipline and strength, and that's what you should be looking for with your Memory of Fellwinter. The roll is very good this week, however. In terms of having really stacked discipline and strength, it's very, very built on discipline. You could pretty much make a tier 10 roll, a tier 10 build with that very easily, as long as you're building for discipline and strength. That is a good one to have, especially if you were a Night Stalker or, for example, a Defender Titan. That's actually a lot of fun to use. Having extra grenades and melees are a lot of fun to use. In addition, we have the Memory of Tamir, where melee attacks on Minor Darkness have the chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. It's got a very good roll this week, even though it is probably the least useful in terms of artifacts. The intellect and strength roll, intellect is 81, strength is 78. That's actually one of the best rolls that you can get on an artifact. So if you haven't picked that one up, this is definitely good. In addition, we also have Memory of Perun, where enemy guardians will with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. Again, not a very, very useful artifact, but a very, very good roll this week. I'm definitely to be picking that up, especially because the intellect and discipline roll is 80 and 89, some of the best that you can get. So definitely want to check that out. Actually, all three of these, if you don't have them, they're actually very, very good this week. I would recommend that you pick them up. They're all good this week. They're stacked in terms of what their rolls are. However, their usefulness as a artifact, none of them are super useful except for maybe the Memory Fellwinter. But again, you lose your super, so you just have to kind of play that into your build. We're gonna go down over by Shiro 4 and see what he has in store for us for the Vanguard Hunter bounties. So we have for the Vanguard Scout, of course, you can always get your patrol mission there. You can use the Iron Battle Axe or powerful enemy weapons to decimate hostile threats. That also works for the Scorch Cannons and things like that when you're running around in the Cosmodrome and in the Plague Lands, as well as in the raid. Next up, we have use Arc Damage to kill Fallen, complete patrols in the Plague Lands, and complete drag encounters in the Archon's Forge. So only one thing in the Archon's Forge this week. Definitely pretty decent. Let's take a look at the armor here. Nothing looks to be tier 12, but this is almost tier 12. This has a 35-34 roll for Yolder's Iron Sash, so maybe that's something you want to pick up. We're going to go over to the tower and take a look at that here and go over everything that Lord Zavala and the rest of the folks over there have. All right, we're down by Lord Shax, the Crucible Handler. We're going to see what the weekly Crucible bounty is for this week. We have exercise your skills in the control match type, so that actually works pretty well with zone control, which is the weekly Crucible playlist. In addition, let's go over to Lord Zavala, see what the bounties are for us this week in terms of the Strike Elite bounties and the Titan Vanguard. First of all, we have earned gold tier, silver tier achieved, and bronze tier achieved medals. You have to get 9 of those. Those will net you a legendary item in terms of armor. Sunrise, earn a gold tier achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. Of course, that's what you need to get your Icebreaker, and that will get you another legendary weapon as well. Make a Rainbow, rapidly earn primary, special, and heavy ammo medals to earn rainbow medals. You need to get 10 of those. That's going to get you a legendary piece of armor. So pretty good this week in terms of what you can do. Those are all very doable. So that is everything that there is to do this week. That's going to wrap up the weekly reset. In terms of Iron Banner, I think that is either going to come this week or next week, although Bungie said something to the effect that there will be a new weekly update or a This Week at Bungie on Thursday covering some new things and the monthly rituals, which is usually how they refer to Iron Banner. So I'm thinking maybe next week. I was hoping for this week, and of course the doors are open, but we think that the doors are open now after the Dawning. They did a new update. If you haven't picked up the Ghost in the back up over here, do that. Some people are speculating for a new event, but I think it's just the fact that they updated everything in the Dawning and they found out that there was no reason for have those doors closed. Just my thoughts on that. A lot of people are like conspiracy theorists and making, oh my gosh, what's the new event gonna be? And it's probably just the fact that they've got that open. One can hope for a new event and hope for something here in the next couple of weeks other than something like maybe like the February event that they had last year with Crooms and doubles and stuff like that, but we're hoping for that. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, a positive rating is greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button for more Destiny content. Check out my Twitch live streams where I help people out with the raid, and guys, I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.